What's up, motherfuckers? In the today video, I'm going to show us the craziest game of the World Cup until now. That's incredible game. Only the game finished in only 20 moves, and the evaluation bar changed like 6 times from white is winning, black is winning, white is winning again, black is winning. So crazy, crazy game. In the first game of the match, Wojtaszek won the game. So Fedoseev in the second round with black, he needs to win to force the tiebreaks. So for that reason, he plays in a very, very active way because after Wojtaszek opened with d4, e6, c4, and now Fedoseev came with b6, who is an aggressive move, of course. And after e4, bishop b7, bishop d3, and instead of playing normal moves, he just break the position with f5 with so much energy. He takes f5, and here he takes on g2, who objectively is a bad move. And the machine say that white is winning in the move 5. But okay, Fedoseev just want to play crazy and try to complicate the things, and he tries this to try to win the game and force the tiebreaks. So here that we are only in the move 5, and the machine say that white is completely winning. So this is very, very crazy in a grandmaster game. It's so strange to see in a grandmaster game that just in the move 5, one side is completely winning with plus 3 of advantage. So first, Wojtaszek start to play so good. He refuted the black idea with queen h5. Of course, to understand a little bit the position, of course, black is going to take the h1 rook. The h1 rook is going to fall. This is clear. But white is going to have many, many counterplay against the rook because the black king now is so weak. So black plan, okay, it's bad, but it could be interesting. Because, okay, you say, okay, I'm bad, you are going to attack my king, but at least I'm going to take a rook. So if you doesn't manage to checkmate my king, I have a rook up. So try to kill me. So Wojtaszek play queen h5, good move. So I don't know how to pronounce well the name. Wojtaszek. Wojtaszek start attacking well with queen h5, g6, f takes g6, very good idea. The ideas of knight f6 here doesn't work so much because g7, and here we promote. Promote when you take a rook is 14 points. 9 that you promote the queen, and another 5 that you take the rook. So bishop g7, he takes the second pawn, king f5, king f8, sorry. And well, Tasik, instead of just take the knight, who is a move because after king g8, the white attack is over, he just wants to still developing the pieces, bishop g5. He prefer the development instead of the material. Knight f6, queen h4, and now black take the rook. So okay, white is winning, but at least what black have a rook. And now 92, very good move because now the knight is coming to f4 and g6 putting some troubles. Like I told you, white is here is winning. Knight c6, and here comes the mistake of Wojtaszek, of the player with the white pieces, and he played a huge mistake. Here, the winning move was develop the knight to d2. That's the correct move. What happened? That he plays knight pc3, and the problem of this move is e5. And e5, long castle, and now e takes d4 is attacking the c3 knight. What happened if you play knight d2 and black made the same, e5? Here we have long castle, e takes, and for example, yes, the e takes is not threatening nothing, so we can just take the bishop, and black is quite winning because and now knight f4, knight d6 is coming, or just knight f4, bishop f5, knight h5 is another way to win. But the huge difference is that after e5, e takes d4, the knight is not hanging on c3, so that's why the knight is better placed on d2. For example, to see other continuation of black to understand why white is winning. If queen e7, the huge problem of black position is that the knight is coming to g6 all the time with knight f4 and knight d6. That's the huge problem of black. King e8, knight h8, bishop h8, long castle, knight b4, bishop b1, bishop b7, and now breaking everything with d5, and white is winning. Very, very amazing. Or if black tries to open to open a little bit with b5 here, yes, knight f4, take knight c4, knight b4, bishop b1, and now we finally landed on the 6 with the knight. Knight here and knight g6, king e2, and white is winning. So knight e2 was the winning move. Knight c3 now lost all the advantage. Uh, after the Fedoseev idea, Wojtaszek is playing so good, but here in the move 12, he finally makes a mistake, and now the idea of Fedoseev start to have a little bit sense. So okay, let's still analyze the game because okay, now the position is equal again, but it's not easy. We're going to see more evaluation changes. E5, and now long castle, fine. He takes, and now Wojtaszek make another mistake. He could make, yeah, I'm not going to say a draw, but yes, he could reach a equal position with 94. Yes, maybe a draw. 94, queen d4, 94, queen g7, king g7, bishop here, knight, rook g1, and rook f1. And look like now this could end in a 3-4 repetition with rook f1, rook g1, who of course benefits Wojtaszek, who is the player who advanced round with a draw. So 92 was the correct move. Instead of that, he played rook h1, and now incredibly it's black who have the advantage again. Because okay, he managed to take the h1 bishop, but now the c3 knight is hanging. So and later the c3 pawn is going to put some troubles to the king after some c takes b2 and something. And apart now the g7 bishop the long diagonal of the g7 bishop is open. So black managed to create so much counterplay. So for that reason, in 92 here was the move, and you are going to take the h1 bishop but for free without give g3 knight. I think that is more or less clear that knight c3 is a mistake. E5 long castle, it takes, and now rook h1 is a bad move because after d takes c3, black is fine. But rook h1 looks strange because it looks like the h1 bishop you can take wherever you want. Looks so strange that black is going to defend this bishop. So it's strange to give the c3 knight for a bishop in the corner who is going to fall anywhere. So okay, d takes c3, knight f4, knight e5, and here comes the second mistake of Wojtaszek. No, the third mistake of Wojtaszek. This means that the position is of course so difficult because okay, Wojtaszek have 26, 16 of rating and Fedoseev 27. And both players are in the top 100 of the world. And in the top 50, maybe yes, both players are in the top 50 of the world, and they are making many mistakes. Here, the best move was bishop c2, sorry, bishop e4, attacking the a8 rook. And the idea is that here, for example, c takes, king c2, now c6 to defend the rook, looks natural. And now knight h5. Nice. Like, but okay, the position is also difficult here. Rook h7 was the best move, sacrificing the rook. Bishop takes, and now instead of taking the bishop, knight f3, and it's everything incredible. Bishop f6, knight h4, bishop d8. Now the things turn a little bit more clear, and the same game is slightly better for black. But okay, it's close, so close to be equal. But okay, the lines are incredible. Here, bishop c2, bad move by Wojtaszek. And here is Fedoseev made his last mistake. Maybe the only mistake of Fedoseev because, okay, I'm not going to talk about bishop g2 like a mistake. It's just a strategy. You can call his strategy bad, but okay, his strategy. But this was his only mistake, and this Fedoseev strategy was working perfectly. And okay, he first reached completely lost in position in the fifth move, but later he managed to come back because, of course, the position was not easy, and he managed to come back. And but now he failed and he lost the game in just 3 moves. He passed from be winning to be completely lost. If he made the correct move here, who is knight f3, he could be winning the game and force the tie breaks. What happened? Knight f3. I'm attacking the queen and the bishop. So if you just move I don't know where you can move the queen, but okay, if you move, sorry, here no, here is not possible. But if you move the king, the queen, sorry, black here have what black have here? I don't remember what's the move here. Ah, sorry, first take on b2. Yeah, here I suppose that just take the knight, or knight d2, yes, but take the bishop is enough. Knight g6 was the only move here to put troubles, and now king e8, very good move. King e8. Yes, I'm just attacking the queen and I'm defending that. This knight is a fucking beast because, for example, sorry, this knight is a beast because it's attacking the queen, it's attacking the bishop, it's defending the e1 square, and in one line in the path are coming to d2. So incredible knight. Now I have two ways, but none of that works. Okay, I'm attacking your queen, you should move. For example, if you go to f4, now I can take the bishop and rook h7, and this position is just completely winning. As after king g8. Looks so scary for black, but white have no attack. Incredible. because it's still looking so dangerous. And if queen g3, here this tactic of knight e4 followed by queen g5, trading queens and winning the game. So yeah, I think that it's not so difficult to find that knight f3 is winning. But of course, it's a difficult position. So instead of knight f3 winning the game, Fedoseev played king f7, losing the game. He passed from winning to losing to be lost in just one move. King f7 is bad because just after knight h5, very good move, putting some troubles to black in this with this pin, with the pin of the bishop over the knight. Knight h5, very annoying move. Now he tries knight f3, but there is no in time because after queen f4. Because okay, Fedoseev with king f7, he wants to avoid knight g6. But the problem is that now came the knight to h5, knight f3, and now just queen f4, still pinning the knight. You take here, but now the h7 bishop is under attack and you cannot defend, and apart I entering on g6. So he tries queen f8, but after bishop g6, he has resigned. So yeah, a very interesting game between Wojtaszek and, for example, if here I don't remember, it's rook one here could be a continuation, and here rook 8, winning the queen. That's the white's winning idea. That maybe he doesn't yet mean that. Maybe he calculated all of this, but he maybe means that rook e1, rook e8 is winning the queen. So amazing game, finally won by Wojtaszek, but I think that is the most amazing game of the World Cup. So let's see how continues the tournament. Bye bye, motherfuckers.